Hello, my name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here then welcome to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be talking about some book and manga series that I would love to see adapted in some way someday. Because I have had the thought I would love to watch this someday a lot recently, so now it is time to put those feelings out into the universe. I did do this video once before and a couple of them are actually confirmed now, which is very fun, but now makes that video a little bit outdated. But I will still have that video linked down below in the description along with the content warnings that I could find for the 5 books and series that we are going to be talking about today, as well as some resources as well, so let's go ahead and get into it. And we are going to start this video off with a manga series, and that is going to be Having an Idol-Loving Boyfriend is the Best by Mito Aoi. And this follows our main character and her coworker, who are both hardcore idol fans who have formed a close friendship over their shared interests and activities. However, one day this coworker randomly confesses his feelings towards her, and while she is surprised, she does like the idea of dating somebody who shares her interests. But she's unsure of how to navigate this new version of their relationship. I am currently 3 volumes into this series so far. It's cute and it's funny, and it's super sweet to watch them just support each other in their fandom. And I have watched at least portions of a lot of not so great romance anime, and this is a series that I think is consistently pleasant. They also do have an adult cast as well, which could really help them stand out because a lot of romance anime take place in high school or even younger. And like, this isn't necessarily a series that I think would be the greatest romance anime of all time. I haven't necessarily read anything from them that is super amazing or groundbreaking yet, and honestly, I'm not sure that I ever will. But they make me happy, they put me in a good mood, and again, they do it consistently. And I think an anime adaptation would do those things as well, and I would love to see it. And next up is another manga series, and that is Ichi the Witch by Osamu Nishi and art by Shiro Usazaki. And this is a new Shonen Jump series that takes place in a world where only women can be witches until one day an unsuspecting boy acquires their power. Okay, so this is like probably actually going to happen one day for sure, and I cannot wait for that day. But as of right now, it is not yet confirmed to my knowledge. They're only like a little bit above 30 chapters in at the time I'm filming this. But this is a series with a really cool art style, really cool character designs. I love all of the fantasy and just overall magic, and I would love to see that all come to life. There are some really amazing characters here, and it's shonen, but it's also cute and fun and silly. And I do really love the way that they have incorporated their comedy into the storyline and into their action scenes, and they do it in a way that makes them really stand out and feel really refreshing. They also do have a darker, morally gray humor to them as well, and it just all comes together super well, and it's just been really fun so far. And like I said, I really do think this adaptation is going to happen one day. We are going to see this, and once it does, I think this has a good chance at being really, really successful because the manga itself has already had a really good amount of success so far, and I am so excited to hopefully see that all happen. And next up we have Lakelore by Anna-Marie McLemore, and this follows one of our main characters who wants to protect a secret world under the lake that has become a safe space for them. But when our other main character finds their way into that space, everything begins to change. So I have a weakness for YA, queer, coming-of-age stories, and that is definitely the case for me and Lakelore here. And I was just super invested in this book and in the characters and the overall storyline to the point where I listened to this all in one day. There were so many amazing and beautiful moments, and some of those moments happened with really pretty descriptions of water and water things and magic, and I would just really love to see all of those scenes come to life, and I would also just love to see the characters come to life as well. The book also didn't really dive all that deeply into the magical realism aspect at all like I expected them to, so I'm thinking that maybe they could add that into the adaptation or just distract me enough with like all of the pretty visuals to where I'm not thinking about it anymore. The main characters and their relationship with one another also just really stole my heart, and I feel like this book just has all of the elements that it needs to create a really cool, really meaningful adaptation, and I'm not too picky in between like a series or a movie for this one, but I would love to just see something for sure. Next up we have Màgòdiz by Gabe, and this takes place in a world with only a small surviving human population after a war that nobody remembers. 6 people collide in this world and discover who is their family and who is their enemy while navigating love and friendship and reclaiming the sacredness of the gifts that they carry. I would love to just visually see the world for this one because it is apocalypsy and dystopian, and they have a really amazing concept, but I also do feel like seeing seeing the world in an adaptation would fully bring together the world building for this story for me, because that was one of the only complaints that I had about this book. And again, this book does have an amazing concept with also amazing characters who have a variety of different identities, and I would love to see them come to life as well. This book has a lot of heart, whether that's the characters fighting back and reclaiming the sacredness of the gifts that they carry, to the lovely found family that was created here. And overall, it's just a really beautiful story with a lot of really amazing scenes that I feel like could be adapted well, and I do lean towards more of a series for this one due to pacing. And finally, we have The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandanna. And this follows our main character, who as one of the few witches in Britain has had to keep her magic a secret. But she does post videos to the internet of her pretending to be a witch, thinking that nobody would take her seriously until somebody does. And she gets invited to the Nowhere House to teach magic to 3 young witches, and as she gets more comfortable with the house and its inhabitants, she finally feels like she has somewhere that she belongs, but when things get dangerous, she's going to need to decide if she's willing to risk everything for her newfound family. This was one of my favorite books that I read in 2024. It's also just one of my favorite books of all time. And once again, I would love to see the characters and this found family really come to life. And there is so much fun comedy and group chemistry and just a lot of heart here with discussions and comedy that really do mean a lot to me. And I thought that it was a really strong romance story as well. It is also super cozy, and I love seeing all of the magic. I just feel like I can picture this one being adapted so clearly in my head, to the point where I actually did reconsider putting this book in this video and whether I actually wanted this, because it may be a case where nothing that ever gets adapted could ever compare to what is already living in my head. But while reading this book, I just couldn't stop picturing watching and like re-watching a movie version of this over and over, and that movie just being one of my favorite things in this world, because this book is also one of my favorite things in this world. Like, this might be the one that I want the most out of everything that I talked about today. I feel like it could be so good. Okay, so that is all that I have for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and answer the question that'll be around here if you want to do that, and hopefully I will see you here next time. Bye.